Christ, in his disembodied human soul, may well have proclaimed his victory to those in the pit across the great chasm that separated them. In addition to that, the idea is that Christ then led out of captivity all those saints that are here in Upper Sheol, in the bosom of Abraham. He leads them out of Hades in victory, in a triumphant victory march. He leads them out. Out of Upper Sheol, essentially to heaven. In Psalm 68, that Paul quotes here, about Christ leading a host of captives, it also says in verse 6, he led out the prisoners into prosperity. That might be reinforcing the same, almost like a prison break idea. It's not prison where they're being tortured, of course, but they are held there. So it's almost like a prison break idea. That might reinforce it. In this understanding, he took them to heaven where they will wait with him in their disembodied state until he returns and raises the dead. So now all saints are in heaven with Christ. Christ is already united to his body. He dwells there bodily since he was already resurrected. He is the firstborn of the dead. Firstborn from the dead, as Colossians 1:18 tells us. But once Christ returns to the earth and raises the dead, all those disembodied souls of the saints will then be reunited with their bodies as well to enjoy the new heavens and the new earth. That is the physical, eternal home of those counted righteous in Christ. It is the counterpart to this eternal hell. It is eternal heaven. So there's heaven, this intermediary waiting period, disembodied, and then there's heaven, the new heavens and the new earth that's permanent. That's glorification. This is where we are fully conformed to the image of his Son, as he promised, as he predestined us to be, as Romans 8 says. Therefore, this position says that we who die now, since we are after the resurrection and the ascension of Christ, after he led these captivities free, we now go to heaven and we no longer go to Sheol. We don't go to the place of the dead, we now go to heaven. Dying saints go to heaven. We don't go to the bosom of Abraham, we go to the bosom of Christ.